Folks, and welcome back. In this one we're going to be doing our first ever Queens of the Stone Age track. Now this isn't technically a request as such, but Mikey Demas, who is half of the team behind the Angry Rhubarb, loves Queens of the Stone Age. So we were chatting and I said, well, then I'm going to do a little lesson featuring your pedal as well, because this absolutely nails the tone for me for this this band. It's got that kind of pushed mid thing going on, and it's not a particularly overdriven sound either. So I think this is the perfect pedal for it. So here are the settings. Let's crack on and have a look, shall we? So for this tune, you've got to tune down 2 whole steps. That's 4 frets worth, okay? So the low E goes all the way down to C. The A goes down to F. The D goes down to B flat, or A sharp. The G goes down to E flat. The B goes down to G, and the C and the E goes down to C. So standard tuning, just down 2 whole steps. So this has got a bit of a shuffle feel. So you're going to be playing. You know, it's got that sort of vibe to it, okay? So, the intro. It's an E minor 7, but with a lot of these chords, actually, I think what he's doing is actually just playing the power chord. The 3rd string gets muted, and then you hear the 8th note on the B. So that's why I've tabbed what I have, because that's what I'm playing. Okay, and you're just doing stabs there. And then a slide from the 12th fret. The other guitar I think is playing. So you just got the 12th fret there as well if you wanted that in there. But then the main riff goes like this, or the verse riff. So that's the intro bit, right? Now, slowly. Basically what you're doing is going from an E minor 7, or whatever it is, now we're in our weird tuning, C minor 7. So you're playing, that's the melody, right? 10, 10, 8, 9. But with that chord. But you start with the low C. I'm going to call it E because I'm going to get well confused. So it's slide. So that's the first 2 times round, right? So it's pretty straightforward. That's a single note, which you'll catch on the upstroke. And then again, you want to aim for like roughly the D to B there when you go to the kind of minor shape, right? Third time there's this fill, which is just a bend, 10th fret on the B string. At that point you've got to abandon the chord, so it's... So I have to drop my fingers. I mean, if you can and keep the chord shape and play it, then full marks to you, but I can't do that. So that's the way I do it. Then the fourth time round, you've got, which is just the second bar just plays, and then natural harmonic on the 9th fret. Okay. First basically just goes to that's very straightforward. It's just the same pattern, but you're going to play the low 2 notes, then the top 3 notes, which in my case is still just 2 notes ringing. Okay, so you play 3 times and then thereafter you're going to play the only difference with that is that the first note, instead of just playing, you play the 4 chord. That's the difference, right? Then you move it down to like a B dominant 7 shape, right? Which is, so you play 6 stabs. Then you've got this. So you're playing basically a 5 chord to the open string, but I think you just play the open E or C as it now is, right? But then you go to this power chord on the 6th fret. Again, which sounds a bit weird, but in context, so quick you don't really hear it. It's more of an effect than actually a note. So you're going to play. But you play it twice round with a different fill actually, so it's you could just play 5th fret and the open E, but I think he might bend. You could play it here as well, just a bit harder to hit though. Second time round, subtly different in the verse when you go to the kind of B shape, which is you go, so you start doing that same thing that he did in the first verse, right, where you're playing the low half and the high half with each stab. And you got that awesome fill, right? So that quickly is alright, that goes around again. The other fill that he plays coming out there. So you play full bend on the 10th fret on the B, then 12th fret on the top string, and then the lower octave, right? The 9th fret on the, what would be, oh, it's the 3rd string, right? Okay, so next part is a load of octaves. So these are all played on the 5th and the 3rd string, right? So you're going to play like that, right? So you play that around 3 times, but that is played the 1st, the 2nd, the 4th. The 3rd time is a variation. I think it's an overdub guitar actually, where you play and again. So those 2 bits are 7, 9, 10, 9, 12, 10, 14, 12. Then you go to this this B shape, so you've got 7, 9, 9. And you're going to hold the your third and fourth fingers, but then you're going to play the low sixth string, right? But quickly, it's gives you that really bouncy. And when you're changing, you're not just playing. You're not playing it straight like that. It's got that. So you do a little upstroke with each, but it's more of a feel thing, right? All right, then you've got this. Which is 10, 9, 7, 6. Then just walk it back up and down again. Okay. Same 4 notes used in that. Then back to. Then you've got this awesome riff up at the 12th fret now. Alright, so you play that around a couple of times, then, you extend that last bar out actually 3 more times. So you're going to play. First part of the solo. Alright, so that slowly. That's pretty straightforward. It's really effective though. You're using the open top string. So and you're going to slide from the 5th to the 7th. And then play the 7th and the open again. So. And then you do the same with 7 to 8. Same 8 to 10. 10 to 12. And 12 again. And that's the first beat of the next bar. Then you've got. And you do a little bend there. And then 8 to 12. So it's. But with the open string, right? Then you've got these little runs. And then there's a little run at the end. We'll stop there because the little run at the end's quite tricky actually. So, the runs. So it's 10, 12, 10, hammer on, slide down 2 frets, and then play the 10th fret. And whenever you hit the note after the four quick ones, you count 2. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and the last one is 10, 12, 10, 8, 10, 8, 7 and 8 there, then 7, 8, 7, 5, and again, then you've got 8, 10. Then you've got this triplet sort of run. And that is a 1.5 step bend, so you're bending up to the 15th fret there. And the third one you bend and release. Okay, the last part's super tricky. It's. So the riff is. Which you repeat 4 times, which I can't play. It's super quick. Haven't had enough time with it, but it's a really interesting like lead style that Josh has. But to be able to do it, a lot depends on the fingering. So you're going to use your third finger to start it off, 14th to 13th. That's a slide, then 12 to 15 with your second finger. Then you've got your first finger to go to 14, 12. And then you repeat. So again, slowly. Right, but you've got to be able to play it 4 times in a row. So. Oh, nearly. And then you've got a bend at the end, which is just a full bend on the 15th. And that is it. So I hope you enjoyed that one, and we've got lots of Queens of the Stone Age coming soon, because there's tons of brilliant tunes that we've still yet to touch on. So many songs, so little time, eh? Hope you enjoyed that one again anyway.